Hello everyone. In this video let us learn one more important topic from gaseous state, Graham's law of diffusion. Graham's law of diffusion. Okay. Here we must aware of the term diffusion. What is diffusion? Here diffusion means the motion of gas from region of higher pressure to region of lower pressure. Okay, the movement of gas from region of higher pressure to region of lower pressure, that is called diffusion. For example, see, I am taking one container. In that container there is a partition. Okay, here some gas present. You just assume here the gas at 10 atmosphere. This gaseous molecules at 10 atmosphere and consider it is a vacuum. Okay, so what happens here, these gaseous molecule always tend to move from higher pressure region to lower pressure region. Okay, if I remove this partition, what happens, all these gaseous molecule will spread into this vacuum place. Okay, so after removal of that partition, what happens, all the gaseous molecule will occupy the space available in the container. Okay, so here after a diffusion in this container, the total pressure here, the total pressure must be less than 10 atmosphere, less than 10 atmosphere here. Okay, so what happened here, the gaseous molecule moved from higher pressure region to lower pressure region uniformly. Okay, here we can say in another way, what is diffusion, the tendency of a gas to occupy the available space uniformly. Okay, here the space is available. Okay, this vacuum space is available for the gas, so it can occupy the space uniformly. Uniformly means what, the pressure is same in all the parts of this container. Okay, all the areas of this container, that is uniform distribution of pressure. Okay, right. Here according to Graham's law of diffusion, here the rate of diffusion, I am indicating with R, rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to the square root of vapor density of that gas. Rate of diffusion inversely proportional to vapor density of square root of vapor density of gas. At what condition? At constant pressure and temperature. So at constant pressure and temperature, rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to square root of its vapor density. What is vapor density? Vapor density is a relative value. So vapor density, how we will measure? Vapor density of one gas is equal to, I am just writing here in short form, vapor density. Vapor density of a gas is equal to, so density of gas by density of hydrogen gas. Density of hydrogen gas at same conditions. At same conditions means what? At constant pressure and temperature. If you compare the density of any gas with the density of hydrogen gas, that is vapor density. Okay, so vapor density equal to what? Density of gas, any gas, whatever the gas it is, by density of hydrogen gas. Okay, here suppose I am taking STP conditions. STP means what? Standard temperature and pressure. I am taking STP conditions, means 0 degree centigrade and okay, here I am considering STP conditions, 0 degree centigrade, standard temperature 0 degree centigrade and standard pressure 1 atmosphere. Okay, we know that at STP conditions 1 mole of any gas occupies what? 22.4 liters. 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters. Okay. So here vapor density is equal to density of gas. Density of gas, how will calculate? Mass of gas. Here mass I am taking molecular mass of gas, because I am taking here 1 mole, no. So 1 mole mass of gas we will consider as molecular mass or molar mass. Okay, molar mass. So density of gas, how we will calculate? Mass by volume. Okay, no? So volume how much? 1 mole 22.4 liters. Okay, so this is the density of gas. Mass I am taking molar mass by the volume it occupies at STP conditions. 1 mole always occupies 22.4 liters. Okay, so molar mass by 22.4. Next, density of hydrogen gas. What is the molar mass of hydrogen gas? 2. Molar mass of hydrogen gas 2. Okay, by what is the volume occupies? 1 mole always 22.4 liters. So vapor density is equal to molecular mass by 2. Vapor density into 2 is equal to always molecular mass. Okay, so shall I substitute here, instead of vapor density shall I take molecular mass, because directly proportional. If molecular mass increases, then vapor density also increases. So instead of vapor density I am taking here molecular mass. Rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to square root of molecular mass. Okay, so here R into square root of molecular mass equal to constant. So the product of these two is always constant. So R1 under root M1 is equal to R2 under root M2. Here you can compare any two gases. Okay, at what condition? This is always at a constant pressure and temperature. Constant pressure and temperature only. So R1 by R2 equal to under root M2 by M1. This is the relation between molecular mass of gases, any two gases you can compare, and their rate of diffusions. Okay, but this is at a constant pressure and temperature. If two different pressures if you consider, then we know that rate of diffusion is directly proportional to pressure. If pressure increases, rate of diffusion also increases. Okay, so at two different pressures, I am taking here P1 and P2 pressure. The relation between pressures and rate of diffusion, R1 by R2 equal to P1 by P2 into M2 by M1. Okay, no? So this relation will consider at two different pressures. Okay, rate of diffusion of any two gases at two different pressures. Okay, for calculations we have to use this relation. At constant pressure and temperature we can use this R1 by R2 equal to under root M2 by M1. Okay, finally we have the relation at constant pressure and temperature, R1 by R2 equal to under root M2 by M1. Okay, so what is rate of diffusion? Rate of diffusion is the volume of gas diffused in unit time. So rate of diffusion equal to volume of gas by time. So shall I write here R1 equal to V1 by T1, R2 equal to V2 by T2. Okay, so I am substituting here, instead of R1 I am taking V1 by T1, V1 by T1 into, instead of R2 I am substituting here V2 by T2, here T2 by V2 is equal to under root M2 by M1. Okay, so if two different volumes of gases diffused in different times, then we can use this relation for calculations. Okay, here according to Avogadro's law, what Avogadro's law says? According to Avogadro's law, volume at constant pressure and temperature directly proportional to number of moles. Volume of gas directly proportional to number of moles. If number of moles increases at constant pressure and temperature, the volume of the gas also increases. So here I am taking, instead of volume, I am taking here number of moles. So N1 by T1, if number of moles given in the calculations, we can use this relation T2 by N2 and root M2 by M1. Okay, this is one more relation if number of moles given to you. Okay, and we know that number of moles, we will find mass of gas by molecular mass of gas. Okay, so here N1 I am taking mass of given mass of gas W1 and the molecular mass of gas M1. N2 equal to W2 by M2. So I am here substituting W1 by T1 M1 into T2 M2 by W2. I just substituted this N1 and N2 here is equal to under root M2 by M1. Okay, this is one more relation. Okay, if masses of gases, if mass of gas given, then we can use this relation for calculations. Okay, now so W1 by W2 into T2 by T1 is equal to under root M2 by M1 into M1 by M2. Okay, so finally, shall I write this M1 M1, shall I write under root M1 into under root M1 equal to M1 now, right? So I am just writing here W1 by W2 into T2 by T1 is equal to under root M2 by under I am taking 2 squares for this molecular masses individually, M2 by M1. Here I am writing this M1 as under root M1 into root M1. Okay, this M1 I am writing as root M1 into root M1 by this M2 I am writing as root M2 under root M2. So this M2 get cancels, here M1 get cancelled, then W1 by W2 into T2 by T1 is equal to, finally you can take the relation M1 by M2 under root M1 by M2. Okay, if masses are given to you in calculations, you can use directly this relation. Okay, so these are the different relations at different conditions. Okay, then what are the applications of Graham's law? Okay, these are the applications of Graham's law. Here, this Graham's law we can use in separation of isotopes. Isotope separation. We know isotopes means what? The species having same atomic number but different mass numbers. Okay, so different mass numbers. These species are called as isotopes. Having the different masses, we can separate the isotopes easily by using based on this Graham's law. Okay, and we can separate the mixture of gases based on the molecular masses. Okay, why? Because the if more the molecular mass, less is the diffusion. Okay, no, right? In determination of molecular masses and in detection of marsh gas, what is mean by marsh gas? Methane gas. Methane gas also called as marsh gas. So in mines, in coal mines generally, sometimes the marsh gas, methane gas will evolve, so that may dangerous to the people who are working in the mines. So to detect that, some type of alarms they will use in the mines. So that alarms works based on the Graham's law. Okay, so this is about Graham's law of diffusion. Thank you so much for watching.